Graham said if the talks still failed, then the president could declare a national emergency. The government shutdown is now the longest in US history as it goes into day 24. Trump wants $5.7 billion to build a border wall along Mexico, but Democrats are determined not to fund it. Let's speak to US federal worker Jamie Rodny, who's in Orange County, California. Jamie, good to have you with us. So just tell us a bit about yourself. How long has it been since you've been paid?
Thank you so much for having me today. Hello, everyone. Well, the last paycheck that all of us received was right at the new year. So we've already missed one of our paychecks, and you know, there's no end in sight. We don't know when we're going to get our next paycheck.
This must be a really frightening and uncertain time for you because you don't know how long this is going to last.
Yes, this is incredibly frightening, and this is financially devastating, and this is impacting 800,000 federal employees and their families. Almost 1 million Americans are going without pay, and we're not allowed to get another job without it first being approved by the ethics department of our agency to ensure there's no conflict of interest. So we are left without pay and without the ability to go out and make our pay somewhere else.
And Jamie, who do you blame for this? Who do you blame for the government shutdown?
Well, you know, first, we saw that our Congress had passed a budget spending bill. And they passed it, but President Trump refused to sign it because it did not also include the $5.7 billion for the wall. So, you know, there's that. But at this point, you know, the way that it works in America is that we have 3 separate branches of government. And our legislative branch, our Congress, has the ability to do a 2/3 majority vote and vote to pass the spending bill and overrule President Trump's veto. So, you know, I'm looking at both Congress and the president here, and, you know, I'm begging them to please do their job so that we can do ours and get our pay.
Yeah, because rows in Congress are nothing new, but this is something that's having an impact on, as you say, 800,000 workers. So do you think both sides are doing enough to try and bring this crisis to an end?
You know, Congress has the ability to vote on the spending bill now. We need Senator Mitch McConnell to put the vote to the floor on the Senate and pass it with 2/3 majority. We need about 50 Republicans from the House and 20 Republicans from the Senate to join forces with all of the Democrats who all are already behind us, and they want this to happen, and they want to reopen the government and get us paid and do what's right. So we need everybody who has the power to want to do what's right to do it.
President Trump has said that, you know, you guys, the federal workers who are being impacted here, would understand why he was sticking to his guns and why he wanted this wall between the US and Mexico. Do you understand?
You know, I don't, to be quite honest with you. I don't understand how an employer could withhold pay from their employees for any reason, to be quite honest with you. But with regards to his border security policies, you know, as many have already stated in Congress and in the press, they can go ahead and pass a spending budget bill without the border security in it and go ahead and continue to argue about that topic separately, but still reopen the government and then separately deal with that situation. And I don't understand why they're refusing this option. This is the responsible option, and this is the option that all Americans, not just 800,000 federal employees, but there are millions of Americans who rely on federal funding and federal employees employees like me for their lives. You know, we have federal rent subsidies, we have Social Security, you know, pay to our veterans, you know, all of these things. What's going to happen February 1st? All of these agencies are closed. So, you know, we need them to come together. And if President Trump is unwilling to move forward and pass the budget spending bill, which has overwhelming bipartisan support, by the way, if he's unwilling to, then let's get Congress to put a check on the executive branch and to overrule his veto and reopen the government now. We can do this now.
Jamie, we hope that for your sake and for your colleagues' sake, this issue is resolved soon. Thank you very much indeed for speaking with us. Jamie Rodny there in Orange County, California. A Canadian man accused of drug smuggling in China has been sentenced to death. Robert